Welcome to November 2022. My name is Robert Tasker. I'm your Editor-in-Chief of Pediatric Critical Care Medicine. We have a lot of great content for you. The bulk of what I'd like to talk about is from large collaboratives and international work. In my three editors' choices, I have as my first some work by Lamiani et al. From Italy and the Odin group of 23 PICUs. Here they have surveyed 635 out of 874 PICU practitioners and tried to learn more about individual and organizational work-life factors and moral distress in PICU practitioners. There is an editorial that runs with this paper. The second article comes from the Pediatric Registry. This is 8 US PICUs. The paper is by Dante et al. And it looks at the outcomes of ECMO in children with pre-existing deficits in neurology or disability. And again, this article comes with an editorial. The third article comes from the Capcorn group. 35 experts have generated a core outcomes data set. The first author is Pinto et al. And it essentially asks the question, what about standardizing outcome measures for pediatric critical care survivors? So those were my choices. The second set of articles covers a section that I call PCCM Connections, and this is educational material as well as material that follows a theme through various issues. So the first part I'd like to talk about is emergency care. We have two articles on cardiopulmonary resuscitation, one from the Get With the Guidelines database, and this looks at the use of calcium and in-hospital cardiac arrest. The second article on CPR is from the ICU resuscitation group, and this looks at in-hospital cardiac arrest and CPR around the time of COVID and the impact of COVID. The third article in the emergency care section is on high-dose midazolam and how high is too high and selecting a threshold. The other article that's in the PCCM Connections is to do with organization of care. This is looking at centralized care in Australia and New Zealand, and we have an editorialist from South Africa commenting on this work. And then lastly, please have a look at the PCCM narrative called Waves. This is a reflection on new starts, stress, burnout, and supporting each other. So that's my take on November 2022. There's a lot of other material in the issue. Please enjoy it, and I'll see you next month. Thank you.